In working in innovation, a lot of companies, their default is, well, let's see what ideas come from people, and let's do a bottom-up approach. But if you don't have any infrastructure in place from the top, and it doesn't mean that the top person needs to be the one doing it, but it just has to be the one, you have to have some sort of support, some sort of acknowledgement that this is something that matters to the company. Then you have a bottom-up and top-down working together. And I think that's true in wellness as well. I'm trying to think of an example of wellness from the top. The organizations we work with, when we work on a project that's about workplace wellness, we are working with sort of the leaders of the. We find actually it's not always the best scenario to work with the leaders of the HR, but actually to work with the C-level people, because again it's about creating not just them doing the exercise with you and modeling it, which is awesome, but actually just creating the space, creating the acknowledgement that that's something important.
Wait, stay up there. I have another question for you. Don't say. If you had to just address the audience and say, what is the one or two things that that they can do right now, some sort of change or something that they can implement right now? Because you deal with a lot of different areas. You deal with food, you deal with consumer wellness, you deal with corporate wellness. But for the companies here, if they can do one thing or two things that are easy to implement, that could make the biggest impact on how healthy that environment is in their company, what would it be?
Okay. I'll give you a model that we use at IDEO. It's a common model. It's just thinking about any kind of sustained change, systemic change requires three things. Requires tools, rules, and norms. And so thinking about all three of those things in concert is actually what makes the difference. So providing tools, and I think Leanne's given an example of different programs that can be put in place. Creating rules, which would be either from HR or from the C-level, but also what's really important is norms. Is what's the community, what's the culture, and thinking about all three of those things in concert is what makes the difference.
Thank you.